Hi there and welcome to the Sister Cousin Lifestyle channel. My name is Sandy and today I am participating in a DIY challenge with a Halloween fall theme, and it is hosted by heidisonbouldiychallenge. Now what Heidi asked us to do is to create a DIY with a Halloween or a fall theme and to share that with you today. So what I'm going to be making is a fall wreath. And I'm using items that are coming from Hobby Lobby, the Dollar Tree, and a couple floral pieces from Myers. So I've got my olive leaves there, I've got some pumpkins, and I've got some flowers here that I'm going to put together and create a wreath. Now I started off with a grapevine that I purchased and I didn't like the color, so I spray painted it black. And now what I'm doing is just taking the florals and trying to decide how I want to organize them in order to make my swag. Now I should mention also that this is the first time that I am attempting to make a wreath, so I'm super excited about it because I've been out pricing them and they've gotten so expensive, and then I started looking and I'm like, I think I can do this. So like I said, I picked up the supplies and I'm just trying to figure out how I want them to be placed on the wreath. And it's really quite simple now in hindsight. You know, once you get it the way that you want it, you just attach it to your wreath and you're basically done. So that's what I'm doing here, is just kind of figuring everything out. I'm going to have to cut a couple of the things with my wire cutters because some of the branches are a little bit too long. Didn't really want to cut them in case I wanted to use them again for something else, kind of repurpose them down the road, but there was no way around that, but that's no big deal. So I should mention while you're watching me put this together here that there will be a playlist for this particular challenge. I also invite you to go over to Heidi's channel and check it out. She does amazing DIYs over on her channel, and there will be a host of other participants that will be uploading videos today with their Halloween or fall themed DIYs. Now these flowers here that I got from the Dollar Tree, and they had eyeballs and spiders on them. I did not like that at all, so I just popped those eyeballs out, popped those spiders off, put the florals back on the stems, and they were good to go. So that's what I'm doing there, is just getting them all ready to attach them to my swag. Now once I have everything the way that I want it, I'm going to use some twist ties to tie it all together to secure it so that it's, you know, all in one piece when I glue it onto the to the grapevine. So I picked up those ties also from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be using those just to secure everything down. So I'm just kind of folding and molding the florals to how I want them to be, and kind of folding them up. They have, you know, the wires and the stems, so they're pretty easy to kind of mold them the way that you want them to go. So this part was fairly easy to do. So there's my twist tie there, and I'm just going to secure it. I ended up actually securing it to the grapevine with those as well, and then I added some glue to it just to make sure it was very, very sturdy, because I didn't mention I'm going to be keeping this wreath in my home. I'm going to be putting it on my pantry door, and so, you know, as that door opens and closes, I want to make sure that everything is very secure. I was really enjoying this whole process. I got super excited and cannot wait to make my next wreath, my next project, now that I see how easy it is to do. And it could be very, very inexpensive. You know, if you go to Dollar Tree and kind of supplement some of your flowers with that and catch some of the sales at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, just kind of pick up the florals that you like as you see them. And then you kind of have a stash of them so that you can put together something like this. It's really, really easy to do. So that's what I'm doing here, and it's just a matter of getting it the way that I like it. So what about you guys? What are you all doing? Have you started your fall decorations yet? I'm just really getting into it now. going through and trying to see what I'm going to put out. I don't really celebrate Halloween, but I do love the harvest season. So I do like to add things to my home just for the fall and autumn season. So now I'm just adding some pumpkins, and I got these pumpkins from Hobby Lobby. I thought they were super cute with the little polka dots and the stripes. So just got to figure out where I want those to go, and then I'm just gluing those onto the stems to cover up the twist ties, because you can see I use that gold color which kind of stands out. So I'm going to cover that up with my pumpkins, and then I'll also later put a flower there just so that that part is not visible. So I've got my little glue gun out, and I'm just putting some glue on there just to make sure that everything stays nice and tight. I really like the combination of the florals and the olive branches that I decided to use. I think they look really nice together. The white florals that are in here are not necessarily fall flowers, but I think by adding the autumn the olive leaves in there, and I have a little bit of eucalyptus in there as well, and the pumpkins, that just kind of ties in and brings through that fall theme that I was going for. So that's what I'm doing. I was kind of worried that the pumpkins would be damaged with the hot glue, but they were okay because they are kind of hollow. I don't know what kind of material they are. They almost kind of felt like paper mache, but they did okay. They held up, which was good. So once I get all that together, that is really it. Now I just kind of hold it up and decide which way I'm going to hang it, because it could go, you know, a number of ways. So I just kind of looked at it from different angles to determine how I want it. And this is the point in which I decided to put one last flower on there. I had this big flower in my stash and just decided to go ahead and clip it down and stick that in there. And I think that was a great add to the project. I didn't want to introduce any other colors to it because I'm going with a very neutral black and white palette for the season. So that was another reason why I wanted to go ahead and make this, because you can't really find autumn wreaths with just your black and whites. They're more of the traditional golds and reds and things like that. So this made it a lot better to be able to do exactly what you want. So now here I am downstairs getting ready to put it up on my pantry door. I have my wreath hanger hanging already, and I am loving it. It is a little bit over the top with the things hanging off, but I absolutely love the way that it turned out. I will later go cut just a few pieces that are really straggly off of it, but overall I really like the way that it turned out. And like I said, super easy to do. Everything that I used was on sale to put it together, so that made it even better. Definitely a lot cheaper than what I could have bought it for. I hope you like it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've been inspired to attempt to make a wreath of your own if you've never done one before. I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and the notification bell if you're not currently a subscriber to my channel. It would be great to have you as a part of my YouTube family. And again, please be sure to step by over on Heidi's channel. The link to her channel will be linked in the description box, as well as the playlist, so that you can go over and get all types of DIY ideas for your autumn or Halloween decorating. So thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you back over here next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.